Okay, so the challenge is now, can Andy Demi find an FX trade in 15 minutes? Low risk, high probability. So we'll start off at Euro USD. If nothing comes up, then you've still got 15 minutes to try and find us a low risk, high probability trade, whether it's a day trading setup, whether it's a short, whether it's a long, whether it's a swing trade, whatever it is, that's up to you. That is your challenge. So let's get started. 15 minutes on the clock. Let's get going, Mr. Demi.
Okay, all right, so this is the Eurodollar daily chart. Let's have a little look and see where we are. So we're still kind of in this kind of range really that we've been in for the last sort of 6 or 7 years. We haven't really budged too much from here, and that's really what we're doing at the moment. And you know, it's always good to know the high level picture, which is essentially there. You can see we've got up to resistance there. We had some resistance there, went a little bit higher, and then recently we've acted there as resistance, came up, created this kind of double top, and we have dropped. Now, if I just kind of look at the way we've dropped here, it's quite a tight kind of price action. What you'd almost call like a wedge. So you can see there that it's not expansive. Now, if I kind of compare it to this, we didn't really have that so much here. You know, this kind of felt a little bit differently. Like if you look at the aggression and the fall there, this one hasn't quite done it. I'm just looking. I like to compare how things have moved in the past. So we might just be kind of looking for a short-term idea right now. So we might be just looking for that next push up to here. For now, that might make the most sense. We've had a couple of bullish weeks there. I think we've got some dollars things happening. We've got the ECB press conference. We kind of need to know which way it's going to go. I mean, right now, this kind of little price action here is showing us potentially short term to go a bit higher. So let's bring in, just with that kind of background in mind, let me bring in the daily chart, and let's see if we can spot any patterns. So I'll have a quick little look to see where we are in the Fibonacci cycle, and hopefully there's something telling there. So that's good. I quite like that. So we have this expected 38.2 target, which gets hit essentially 90% of the time. There's a very strong chance that this market's going to go back and test, you know, this area here, about 117.20. So it feels like to me the play should be like almost like a C to D on the lower time frame towards this target there, around 117.20 as a sort of first target. So what price have we got? 116.13. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to head straight into the 4-hour time frame and have a look at that. And again, I'm just going to keep this one quite simple. I'm going to look to see where the up fibs are. Okay, so we are nearly, we will nearly hit this level, which is 118 116.84, but because it's a reversal, I would always look for on the first swing of a reversal, as I always tell you guys, I always look for the overextension, which is the 200, and that level comes in at about 117.24. Just to remind you, that is the same basically as the daily target. So the daily target of 117.20, the overextension on the 4 is 117.24. So it's pretty much the same thing. That's where I'm going to be looking to target. Now it's just about finding an entry point. We're going to look at the hourly time frame in just a sec to see if we can do that. And yeah, let's go straight to the hourly, because I also want to do a little bit of extra work there to find the perfect entry for this one. Let's see, and we can always go back to the 4 hour if we need to clarify anything. So let's put in our fibs. Let's have a look to see where we are. So right now we've kind of, I quite like that. That could be a nice entry there, guys. 116.10 is the 618. I quite like that. That, and it's quite a nice little level there as well. So if we just stick a horizontal line there, somewhere there, look at, that's a nice old resistance point. So around 116.10. Let's do a couple more things. Let's check out where the DTR is for the day. DTR is there. Let's see how we've been holding on the DTR. So we can just, yeah, we can just expand it slightly. Maybe put a 1.2 in there. That's a nice little fit there, right? And then if you have a look down here, it fits in perfectly now, and that's roughly on that line. So that would be, you know, around where we are to 116.05. That looks like a decent little zone to look at buying this. Let me just do a down fib very quickly. That's given us. Let's take that off. Actually, I'm going to leave that for a second because I want to just quickly maneuver this. Let me take the DTR. So DTR is telling us where the low is. I've already done that, so I'm going to take it off now. I like to clean my charts up as I go. I'm just going to check how this market likes to move, identify an angle. That's one of the ways it likes to move. And then we have that kind of slightly more passive way of moving. We'll just there, look at that, perfect. It's on our line, guys, right now. It's literally bang on. So for me, that's a buy zone. The only thing I wanted to double check is the fibs on the downside. I might just do them manually. But yeah, this is a good ABC, AB 127, deeper pullback. Yeah, it's there now. It's just hit the 1618 there as well. So basically, I think this here is a good buy zone to consider. And what I love about this, guys, is that even here, like if you look at the hourly target, it's 117.30, 117.29. So I'm going to give you two ideas, guys. One is to look at potentially buying somewhere here where we are now. Stop can go behind the A, which is here. That's the A. Target up there, which gives you about a 2.5 to 1 trade. I know that because that's what it is roughly at the 618. And then you can look at selling this zone up here. So anywhere between 117.30 and 117.20 should be a fade trade. So you could look to buy it up to there and then look to sell it back down. And that's the setup for today. And it's right now, just by luck.
Boom. So just to clarify then for everybody watching, this isn't financial advice. So if you're going to bet the house on this, that's your own prerogative. We have to say that because there are some strange decisions made emotionally when we come to finances, but that's a whole another conversation. So with that being said, just clarify, just give us like a 30-second elevator pitch of what you've broken down and what your prediction is for this Euro USD trade.
Yeah, absolutely. So essentially the first point is that we've identified, a couple of weekly up bars with the potential to go up a little bit more to go and hit this outer wedge line. That was where it started. So 2 weekly bars, that's a positive sign. And then we've gone over to the daily chart and we've identified that we've hit a D point. We know 90% of the time it's going to go up to at least a 38.2, which comes in at 117.20. We've looked at the 4-hour chart and drawn the up fibs, and we found because often the first swing of a reversal should go to the overextension. That comes in here on this purple line at 117.24, which basically adds confidence to that level that we found on the daily. And then finally on the hourly chart, we're not looking, just to clarify, we're not looking for the 200 because this is not the first swing. This is after multiple swings. So looking for the D target. So at the moment that D target is here. Okay. If this goes slightly lower and hits this orange line, which it might just do, okay, which is 116, you then move your target down to here, which is 117.13, which is again really in the vicinity of the same as the 4-hour and the daily anyway. And remember, this is not an exact science. There'll be spikes and so on. This is just a rough zone where you could be looking for targets. Now, if you guys really want to wait for confirmation, you can go onto the lower time frames if you know how to do that, like a 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart. Wait for confirmation on there, possibly a candle formation on there, and then buy it. So rather than just jumping in as the market goes down, that's another way of doing it. But yeah, as Gavin said, this is certainly not financial advice. This is just something that is, in my opinion, a high probability setup that you can learn from. And if it kind of meets your own criteria, then by all means, trade it the way you're comfortable, trade it with the right risk management, and trade it with the stop that you're most comfortable with. This is a safer stop. Some people will go, look, I want to go this on a 5-minute chart with a really, really tight stop, and you can make this trade a 6-7 to 1. That's down to you. And obviously we teach you to trade your own style. That's important. So that's it in a nutshell.
Good work, Mr. Demi. That was trade found and description done within the 15-minute challenge time. Stop the clock. We have done it again. So yeah, good luck to everybody that's going to be taking action on that. And just to clarify, although you're talking about going down to the lower time frames, you won't personally use that, will you? You'll just go between the 1 and the 4-hour for your entries, or to try and time your entries.
Yeah, there's definitely merit to doing it if you want to be in front of your screens, if you want to day trade, if you want to basically do this full time. It's not something that I want to do at this point, so that's why I don't do it. It's not a case of like, because I don't do it, it's not a good idea. It's more a case of how much time do you want to put into trading? Like, do you want to do this, for hours and hours every day in front of your screens, staring at your screens, tight stop, worrying about your stop getting stopped out, or are you trying to build a lifestyle? And for me, like, I'm in that phase where it's more about lifestyle, family. So I'd rather give that bigger stop, get in, and I can just leave it alone, knowing that my stop is pretty safe. And I have to be completely wrong for this to be stopped out today. And it is a Monday, by the way, guys, which is a low volatility day. So you are basically, that's why I like these type of trades. You're fading on a Monday. That Mondays are great for fade trades, and that's the type of trade this is. But if you are completely new to trading, don't trade it, please. Don't trade it. Like, you know, there's no quick way of getting rich. You know, it's not going to make you rich just taking one trade.